Welcome to Life Talk, a series of thought-provoking podcasts specifically developed to thoroughly enrapture, dynamically expand, and potentially enrich your life by challenging your heart. And now, here's Craig.
Everybody seems lost these days. Now, people don't like to admit that, or they refuse to admit that, but everybody seems to be lost these days. And I suppose that the greatest kind of loss is to be lost, but to deny that you're lost even though you are. That's about the worst kind of loss I can think of. And we certainly see a whole lot of that kind of loss today. Everybody seems lost these days. Let's face it, we live in a world that's lost. In one way or another, or to one degree or another, the world's always been lost. There's a pattern to our humanity that should cause us to wise up a bit. And that pattern is that as a species, we're pretty consistently lost. It just seems that we're a bit more lost these days. And in our world today, the more that we work to become unlost, the more lost that we seem to become. As a culture, we walk around pretending that we have reliable maps and accurate compasses to get us unlost. But we have neither. We attempt to create them, or make them, or say that we have them when we don't. We claim that we have the policy, or the formula, or the philosophy, or some recent enlightenment, or some supposedly brilliant or revolutionary idea from which we can now draw the maps and fashion the compasses that we've been looking for so very long. And we grab a hold of these new maps and compasses and we use them to recalibrate wherever we are and wherever it is that we think we want to go. And we end up deeper in the woods than we've ever been before. The woods of our lives and our culture are littered with discarded maps and broken compasses. Everybody seems lost these days. Of course we're lost. We're lost because the woods that we're in are bigger than the resources that we have to get out of them. And those woods become increasingly bigger the more that we convince ourselves that we can get out of them by ourselves. Where we are is too big for any map or compass that we can create. And while we tend to bristle at the idea, God holds the maps and has the compass, a sure map and a steady compass. And while we're likely to continue to refute that reality or work to ignore it in light of our incessant stubbornness, He's got the map and the compass. And all we have to do is ask Him for it. And I wonder exactly how lost we're going to have to become before we finally ask Him.
Thank you for joining us for Life Talk. For further information or additional resources, please visit www.craiglpc.com.